Welcome back to Joyfully at Home. Today we're going to make a fairly quick dessert. They're a cookie bar, but they are a little sweet, little salty, and always a family favorite here. They are peach crumble bars. So basically you have a layer of crumb in the bottom, a layer of peach jam, which most often I use my own homemade jam, but I've run out for the season and it's not quite peach season here, so we're going to use a store-bought peach jam today. And then the rest of that crumble goes right on top. They make the perfect sweet and salty bar cookie. So we're going to start with our butter. We're going to put our butter in our mixer, and we use a stick and a half of butter, or 3/4 of a cup. And then we're going to add a cup of packed brown sugar. You can use light or dark, whichever you prefer. And we're going to go ahead and cream those two things together. So once we have our butter and our sugar creamed together, we're going to go ahead and just scrape down our bowl and our paddle. Make sure we've got everything all set and ready to add our dry ingredients. We're going to go ahead and add a teaspoon of salt, and that gives it its salty flavor. A half a teaspoon of baking soda. Then we add in 1.5 cups of quick cooking oats. You want to make sure that they're the quick oats. And 1.5 cups of flour. It's really quite simple, easy, and doesn't take a long time. So now that we have our crumb mixture all done, it's going to look just like this. It's going to pack together a little bit, but it's going to be nice and loose, and that's exactly what you want. So now you're going to take about half of this into a lightly sprayed 9x13 pan, and you're going to just add about half of your crumb mixture. Doesn't have to be exact, but about half of it, so you leave enough for a topping. And we'll just spread this out. Get it all spread out nicely in here, and then we'll just firmly pack this down in our pan, and that gives us a nice base with an edge for our peach filling. And now, like I say, our peach filling this time is just going to be a nice grade Smucker's peach preserves. Normally here I have a recipe that I'll put on later in the season because obviously careful with your Smucker's peach jam. They have stems in it. Knew that didn't look right, so we will take the stem out of the Smucker's peach jam. But as I was saying, later in the season, when our peaches around here, our New York peaches and our Pennsylvania peaches become in season, I will probably do a video on my spiced peach jam. It is incredible, and I usually have that, but we've run out for the season, so all I have left is blackberry. But so for these, you want to use this peach jam. It gives them such a nice sweet salty flavor. And you just spread this out on top of your crust. Now that you have your peach layer down, you have a nice thick layer of your peach jam. You're just going to take the remaining crumb and you're just going to spread it over the top, just kind of randomly. And don't need to pack this down. You can just kind of spread it out all over the top here. Make sure you cover your areas, and just if you need to in the end, you can kind of spread it out so it's a little more even with your spatula. Just kind of give it a little spread, and so you don't have a lot of mounds of it, so it's kind of more of a flat layer. And then this will go in your oven, 400 degrees that we've been preheating, and it'll go in for 20 minutes. You'll start to see your edges get golden, and that's when you know your bars are perfect. You'll bring it out, and you'll get about 24 to 30 bars out of a pan, and they're the perfect sweet, salty little snack.